How do you think passions can change throughout a lifetime?
You know, when I was 16 years old, and I remember this was, over 30 years ago. I remember it as if it was yesterday. I remember sitting at home and thinking, what am I going to do with my life when I no longer have squash? How am I even going to get out of bed in the morning when I no longer play squash? At that time, I was playing squash, I was still in school. I was playing squash 3-4 hours a day. And I was getting ready to turn professional a year later when I would finish school, which I did. But that was my passion. That is what I wanted to do with my life. And I thought, okay, so I'm going to play professional till I'm 30, and at the age of 30, I'm going to become a coach and continue with squash until I can't walk and hold a racket anymore. And obviously that changed. Today I'm not as passionate about squash. I must. Yeah, for me that was what my passion was then. And then fast forward. Unfortunately, I got injured, so that had to change. But I remember at the age of 24, so 8 years after, reading a text by Aristotle and reading Nicomachean Ethics and crying while reading it. I was in tears because I was so passionate about the philosophy and his work, and I said, this is what I want to do. And fast forward a few years, and I was reading Martin Seligman and thinking, wow, positive psychology, that is what I want to do with the rest of my life. And I was so passionate about this, and later it expanded to happiness studies and creating this new field that I was so passionate and am so passionate about. So absolutely, passions change. And for most people, I had one of my closest friends in college. Her name also was Tal. It's also a girl's name, and she said that at the age of 3, she knew that she was going to be a doctor. So her father was a doctor, and she knew she was going to be a doctor. In her room, in her dorm room at Harvard, she had a plastic skeleton, which she would look at and study and admire. Her passion was, and today she's almost 50. She's still as passionate as she was when she was 3 years old about being a medical doctor. Some people are like that. Yeah. Other people, not so. Yeah, and both are okay.
My daughter, when she was 7 years old, she tell us, I will be a veterinarian doctor. And she is right now studying veterinarian. So, there are people that knows their passion from early years. But do you think everybody, absolutely everybody has passions?
Yes. There are people who came to me and said, Tal, I don't really have a passion, or I'm not passionate. And to me, it's like saying, Tal, I don't really have a desire to eat, or I'm not really hungry or desirous of food. And to me, is, well, you may not have a passion for cucumbers or for lasagna, but there are foods that you like. It's in our nature to enjoy food, to crave food. And for some people, it's chocolate or ice cream. For other people, it's a good salad and or whatever it is. And the question is not, do I like food or don't I like food? It's what food do I like? The question is not, am I passionate or not, but what am I passionate about?
Yeah.
And if you're not passionate about anything, well, it means that you haven't found your passion, or you haven't allowed yourself to let go for whatever reason, because some people are afraid of finding their passions, because there is also something that is very very scary about looking for one passions. And one thing that is scary is you're afraid maybe you won't find it. So it's easier to just not even try.
Yeah.
But yes, the simple answer is yes. We all potentially can find a passion or passions.
Tal, you are an expert in talent development in companies, right? And I want to know, what do you think about passion at work? How important is it? How can we relate passion with productivity, with innovation, with happiness at work?
Yeah. You know, every single measure, positive measure that we look at in organizations is associated with a sense of meaning, sense of purpose, or as you put it, passion. People who are passionate about their work, who find a sense of purpose in what they do, are more productive. They are more innovative, more creative, more likely to think outside the box. They're more resilient, so they are more likely to go through stressful times or demanding times in a healthy way. They're more likely to stay in their workplace. They're less likely to leave. So the bottom line is that passion pays, that it's a good investment for employees to help, for employers to help their employees find something that they're passionate about at work.
Yeah. I am also certificated passion business facilitator and individual passion certificate. Se me enredé. Passion test individual facilitator and business passion test certificated facilitator. So I think it's a very close relationship between passion and commitment too, because the commitment isn't for the payment only. It's also because it is enjoyable. It is we have a sense of meaning, and maybe also we can feel to be at the peak potential zone when we.
Good. Yeah, you know, Dana, you're absolutely right. So Peter Drucker, who's considered the father of modern management studies, Peter Drucker, you know, years ago said that your best employees are volunteers. Your best employees are volunteers. Why? Because your best employees can find work elsewhere. Very often they can be offered more money to do the same or something similar. They're there because they want to be there, which means that you need to be concerned over helping them find a sense of meaning and purpose and passion. Because if they don't, they'll look for it elsewhere. Because people need it. Again, it's part of our nature. Just like we need to eat, we need to find a sense of meaning in life. And if they are indeed volunteers, then they will leave once they see a better prospect for more meaning. So this is really ought to be a top priority for organizations, a top priority for managers to, first of all, find passion themselves, because passion is contagious, and then also help those around them find meaning in their work.
Well, Tal, I think we covered all or many issues about passion and happiness. Would you like to add something we missed or I forgot?
No, just to say that, first of all, it's very clear that you're passionate about passion, and that is contagious. And just coming in and passionately talking about any topic really helps to promote it. And by you doing it about passion, meaning, and purpose, you're spreading what I've come to call the ultimate currency, the currency of happiness. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you, Tal. Thank you for being here and be able to this interview. Thanks a lot, Tal.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.